Big Boys Neighborhood, your girl chilling right here. Real talk with Ayyde. Buddy joining me today. I am so excited for this. Buddy, what's up?
What's good?
How are you feeling?
I'm chilling.
You are always chilling, I feel like. You are like literally one of the coolest persons like I have met. I've seen you on, let's see, I've met you at BET Radio Room like the first time, and I was just like, I don't know, I was just really taken back because you're such a humble guy. You just always seem like you're full of energy. You're just always happy. How do you keep that energy?
I just started drinking yerba, organic, little energy drink. It's fire.
Is it that, like, is it a yellow drink?
The organic.
I know exactly why because I follow you and I see you drinking it all the time.
Yerba.
What does that have inside of it exactly?
Oh no, I gotta read I'm trying to get the sponsorship. I'm about to like.
Should have walked in here with one of those.
Oh God, I have.
It would have worked.
Yerba though.
I should have got you one of those.
Yerba.
I have to say congratulations. Finally, I feel like this has been a long time coming. Your debut album is finally out. Harlan and Alondra. Yo, how does that feel to have that project finally out and being like hearing it all over the place? I love like people bumping it.
Oh, it's amazing. I feel like I just took a big old poop. It's a big release. You know what I'm saying?
You're just like
ooh. You know?
Like, it's nice. Do you feel that you put everything out that you needed to on this project?
Yeah, I think it's a well-rounded project, not too much, not too little, and everybody likes it.
I really enjoy the project myself. And before we get into the project, though, you just also came off of the Madman tour. That literally seemed like the dopest tour to be on. How was that for you with Ferg?
It was turned. We was having hella fun.
What happened? Tell me, like, some crazy stuff that went on tour.
We was just, like, all... I started a mosh pit a couple times.
I saw some of those.
We was all dancing on stage. Ferg got hits, you know? So, like, people just be going crazy. His fan base is really big. I feel like I won a lot of people over and gained a lot of new fans, so.
That's really nice. What about on tour? What do you feel? Were people vibing through, like, all of the songs that you performed? Was there one song that you felt more energy on?
Everybody Loves Type of Shit and Trippin' with Khalid. Trouble on Central is more vibey, but like
so vibey.
They be really vibing with me, you know. I be like, wait, man, you know, and it's cool. Me and Cedric got this thing where we like split the crowd up and see who's more turned.
Is there usually like a right side or a left side? That's
nah, they both give it all, and then we tell everybody to make noise.
Just have them competing for it. How did Black come together? That's honestly one of my favorites on the album. I'm not Black, but it makes me feel proud of being Black in some sense. It's just like, it's such a strong song like, if you're listening to it, but it's also like just a good vibe to it. How did you and A$AP Ferg come together for that?
I made that song, it was February, so it was Black History Month. And then Jahan came through with the beat, and I was just freestyling. I was like, Black, Black, Black. And then I did the first verse. I was just like, ooh, I'm about to rap about some Black shit. And then for the second verse, I really had to go on YouTube, Google, like, research, like, Black historians and history and shit. And then it came out. And then I was working with Pharrell, trying to get some beats for the album. And he was working with A$AP Ferg.
Nice.
But then he left early because, you know, he got kids.
Right.
And then
He's a
me
dad.
and Ferg was hanging out. And I played him Black. He was like, oh, sit down. I'm going to rap on this right now. And he, like, got off. He was like...
You just went off. And one thing that you do mention on that stands out to me a lot, you mentioned Trayvon Martin on there, which to me, when I was hearing that, I actually was just really frustrated because I had heard a story about a guy named Victor. And I believe that he's up in Louisiana. He got shot and killed. And people really don't know about this case. And it's just like when you're stacking up these names, you know, and just hearing Black and hearing you mention Trayvon Martin, what does that make you feel when you're hearing all of these stories, you know, continuing to stack as well? Like, being that, you know, it almost feels like there hasn't been any change. And the only type of thing that we're seeing is the numbers rising, but no change on the streets. Like, how does that make you feel?
It just makes me feel like we don't have control, you know? It makes me feel out of control. It's like, it inspires me to do more, to get in a higher position to where I can actually make a difference, you know what I mean? Because, like, it all starts with individuals. Everybody can talk about it and tweet about it, but like, really gotta like start doing stuff, you know.
Tell me about the other collaborations that are on the album. How did you decide, yo, I'm gonna call up Snoop, Khalid, everybody else that's on the album? Like, I know that you have so many options out there, because I know that so many people rock with you. But how do you go about saying, okay, this is my debut album, this is who I want to work with?
A lot of it happened organically. Like, for Snoop, when I made that song, I was just like, dang, Snoop Dogg would be tight. Let's call Snoop. You know, I just knew that would be tight. And then he got off. And then Khalid, he had made that song with that hook already, and he wanted to hear a rapper on it, so he sent it to me. And then Mike and Keys, Brody, Rufio remade the beat.
Back with Mike and Keys.
Yeah. They remade the beat, and I rapped on it, and then he was like, ooh, this is hard, and put it on my album. And then, you know, Guap Dat 4000, he kind of was just down the street from the studio, pulled up and just, like, did his thing.
He just went off. Were you guys, do you get to work with everybody in the studio? Because I know that sometimes artists don't necessarily get to collaborate actually in the studio. It's like more of like, I'll send you this beat, this is what it is. Which artist did you actually get to be in the studio with?
Khalid sent it over, Snoop Dogg sent it over. I was in there with Guap Dat. I was in there with Ty Dolla $ign. He popped up at the studio randomly. I played him the song. He went in the booth and didn't come out till the verse was done real quick. Then he left.
Talk to me more about working with Ty. Ty, I feel like, is like the it man right now, and he's
MVP.
Bro, like, I try to tell people, like, yo, he has been nonstop on everything, on his own stuff, on everybody's stuff. Like, he is like the go-to. Like, how is that linkage going on?
I've been working with Ty for a while. He kind of just popped up. I was in the studio working on something different. He got there, and I already had him in mind for that record, and he was fucking with it.
Hey Up There?
Yeah. Hey Up There, yeah.
That record. Like, which record? Hey Up There.
Hey Up
I
There.
really, really like that record. And I love that you don't get lost. Like, sometimes I feel like with collaborations, it's a tricky thing, because sometimes you'll be like, okay, well, this person outshined the actual artist whose album it's on. But right there, like, I feel every collaboration that you joined with was, like, perfectly. Like, it was nice. It was a great balance, and there was no, like, outshining. I don't want to mention names, but I've heard it in other people's, like, albums. So I'm just like, maybe you should have kept that off of your album, saved it for somebody else.
Dang.
Being on tour, though, did you learn something new about yourself that you hadn't just discovered yet?
I learned that I need more crowd control. Like,
how so?
Because I feel like I have really good stage presence.
Okay.
Like, on stage, I can, like, I'm not afraid to just be myself and do my thing on stage. But just, like, getting everybody's attention, keeping it, like, transitioning from, like, songs to songs during the performance.
Okay.
You know? Just, like, keeping it, like, going, like, smooth. I don't feel like, I just need to do it more so it becomes muscle memory. Like, I just need to go harder, really. I'm trying to get, like, a band soon. And just put
that'd be a different element.
Better live show together.
I can see that. And you do rap and you sing very well. Is there one that you like more than the other?
Nah, they both tight.
They both tight? I like that, because I feel like a lot of people try to box in artists now. It's like, oh, you're just a rapper, or you're just a singer, or you're this or you're that. It's like, well, yo, why can't I do it or be whoever I want to be? Like, I'm just
I can
me.
do whatever, yeah.
When did you first dab into music? Like, what were your inspirations?
I grew up in church choir, and then I joined this conservatory at AGC where we learned how to act, sing, and dance, and we put on, like, theater plays. And then I went to a performing arts high school, Renaissance, in Long Beach.
Went to Renaissance?
Yeah.
I'm from Long Beach.
I went to Renaissance.
I'm from Long Beach, but back in my day, I'm acting like I'm super old or much older than you. But that's where, like, all the like, pregnant girls. That's where all the pregnant girls would end up at. So it's like, that's where you, I'm not trying to talk bad about the pregnant girls, but like at our age, it's like, you don't want to go there. They would transfer from
the other high schools.
It would be like the bad kids, but it did turn around, and it became like a performing arts school, and I heard like,
it was cool.
Great
it was
things
still
about
pregnant
it.
girl. They had a daycare in there.
They had everything.
The freaks.
All the freaks. How was it going to that school anyway?
It was cool. For PE, we ran around the school, super small, not that many kids, and I graduated.
Hey, that's all that counts.
Yeah.
Aside from, like, you know, going to the acting school and going to Renaissance as well. What other things inspired you, and also being in the choir? What else? Like, what were some of your early childhood memories outside of that?
That was pretty much it. I mean, I never really went to no concerts or shows and seen anybody, like, performing. It was like, ooh, that's what I want to do. It was kind of just, like, already what I was doing, you know? Like, I was already in front of a bunch of people singing in the choir. Then I did the same thing at the theater and at the school. So it was kind of just, like, I was already doing it. I just kind of did it.
Did you always know that you wanted to be an artist or be some type of entertainer?
Yeah.
Since when? What age? What's your earliest memory of that?
I don't know, probably like 6.
What would you do? Would you ever like perform? I could see you probably trying to put on a show for your family, which I love that you put them on the cover. That cover is hard.
Oh, yeah.
Family is so important. I love that you put them on. Whose idea was that? Was that your idea?
Uh-huh. I love my family. I just wanted to show them off to the world.
That's beautiful.
It looked like everybody's family, don't it?
Yeah,
don't you feel like
it
a
really
part
does.
Of my family?
Yeah, thank you for sharing them with the world.
No doubt.
What did they say when you're like, yo, we're going to get you on the cover. Let's go.
It was like, okay, what's the date? Because I'm going to call off. And I got to get my hair. Who going to pay for my hair? Because, hello.
Those are your sisters in the cover,
Yeah.
mom and dad and your nephew? Is it true that your nephew's in the album singing somewhere?
Oh, yeah, I got a deluxe version coming out.
So that's not even released?
Oh, it's coming. I thought it was going to be on the regular one, but we putting it out later.
Okay.
But that shit's still tight.
Was he like in the studio or did you just hear him? Does he sing? Like?
Nah, he was in the studio. We was hanging out and I kind of just handed him the mic, let the beat play, let him mess around, and then we like picked the part that was tight, put it in there, and it's coming real soon.
It's on
the
its
album
way.
actually dropped on his birthday. I gotta take him
that's beautiful.
to Disneyland because I heard Legoland sucked. He want to go to Legoland, but I heard it's weak.
So many kids, but maybe to him it's not gonna be weak though. It's you're not taking him to Legoland for you, right? You're taking him.
Taking him? No, we gotta go somewhere.
It's for
I'm
you. Where you're gonna have. All right, then don't take him because I did hear it's weak.
Yeah,
so.
I heard it was weak.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have too much fun. Take me back to the making of the album. Do you start off with beats? Like where is the process for this to get started?
I went to Toys R Us.
Okay, all recipes.
Spent $500 on toys. Bought hella like Rubik's Cubes, yo-yos, Legos.
I hope you kept them because...
Yeah, no doubt. Bought a big old dinosaur, a bunch of just toys. Put them all in the studio. Brody came, Mike and Keys, Rufio. We rented a bunch of instruments and they started jamming out. And I just started singing on the mic for like hours. And we would just jam out for hours and I would just say whatever. And then we would just record everything. And then we would listen back. And then we would pick parts that was tight, shit that was tight, mark them, and then they would pick parts of the beat. Me and my vocals, make it a beat, fill it out, start, play it again, replay it, make it, you know? So it's just like free, organic vibes. And then we made a bunch of lists of just all the songs we made over time. There's process of elimination. Like, this is tight, this is staying. Nope, that's whack, we're taking that off. Keep this one, boop, boop, boop.
How long did you actually work on the album for?
Probably like a year, like one year.
Were you anxious to roll it out and just be like, let me show what I've been working on?
Nah. I rushed and dropped my first ever mixtape, Idle Time, so I'm so patient now.
You learned, you're like, hold on.
I'm chilling. I'm like, let everything do its thing.
This is what it does. Do you have like a favorite song? I know that sounds really weird to ask, but is there a favorite song on the album for you?
I really like Trouble on Central.
Oh.
So
Why?
good. Because it's just like, I remember it vividly. It's like a true story. I've been broke down on Central. Car overheated, needed gas, everything. Like, got pulled over right around the corner from my house. Like, assed out, like, just badass days, hot-ass summer days, just, like, broke, you know?
It's the worst. Like,
but
it
it's
really
just,
is.
like, still, it's never destroyed me. I don't ever feel like I've, like, cried. It's not, like, you know, so tormenting. But it's just, like, happened, and it's so relatable. I feel like everybody's been there, and it's not, like, the end of the world, but it's just, like, could always be better. So it's just, like, you know, smoking a blunt after talking about it. You know what I mean? Just venting and, you know, moving forward.
I love the vibe of it because that's exactly what's delivered through the song. I love the beat. Where did that beat come from?
Scoop DeVille and Rufio made that beat.
Shout out to Scoop.
Uh-huh.
Such a nice West Coast sound, I feel.
Brody played on that too. Such
a West Coast, like Brody too?
Yeah.
That's such a good like West Coast. I don't know, like it it's just so refreshing at the same time. It's like you're talking about some fucked up shit, but it's like the beat is like taking me away. I was just like, yo, like I'm chilling. Like like you said, it's like it's not that bad, you know, like the bigger spectrum of things.
Yeah.
So I really, really like that. Another track that I really liked is Find Me Too.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about that track. What was it like writing that track and putting it out?
It was tight. It was cool, you know. It was the sequel to the first Find Me, you know. I just, you know, wanted to give everybody an update on where I'm at with the constant search for self, you know, because it's a work in progress, you know.
I love that you're aware of that, because I feel like not a lot of people are.
Yeah.
It's like some people are just content with like where they're at in life or who they are. And
yeah.
It's like, to me, if you're not trying to grow, you know, it's like a plant, like you're dead. It's like you have to keep searching for more, and there's always something to learn. I feel like another common theme in your music in general actually is God.
Yeah.
How important is God to you?
I grew up in church, so I'm a big Christian. My dad is a pastor, and I know the word, you know. God is good, and we move in God's speed, God's time.
Is it and let me see if I'm right or wrong. I think it's on Shine. Is it on Shine where you're talking about you're putting on your Visine and the angels are coming down? Is that a true story?
Yeah, I think
I was thinking, like, how high is he?
I was high, but I mean, it was for sure an angel. I was like, oh, you know.
I would have been, I don't know if that ever happens to me while I'm high. I feel like I would get scared, honestly. Like, angels seem beautiful and whatnot, but I ain't trying to see I'm not. Like,
it's nice.
I guess it's like a nice feeling, but at the same time, like, if I'm seeing that, I'm going to be thinking, like, am I dead?
It's a warm presence. No, you're more than alive.
Nice.
It's like you're just closer to God in heaven. It's heavenly feeling.
Let's talk about Trippin' with Khalid.
Oh, yeah.
When did that song come about along the album? Like,
Khalid sent it over and we flipped the beat, and then I was talking about drugs. I was hanging out with Khalid at Coachella.
Nice.
I was on mushrooms. We were sitting on the grass talking.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, you so tight. He was like, bro, I think you're the coolest. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I was like,
he's so nice. You guys are both nice.
Yeah, he's just two nice people talking.
I could just imagine what that was like.
Bro, you cool as hell. I was like, man, you too. I'm like, damn, thanks. And then, I just started rapping about drugs and shit. Because he was talking about tripping on the hook. And then that nigga don't be smoking or drinking like that. He's sober boy. So, like, when I heard it, I was thinking the record was going to be for him initially. So, like, I wanted my verse to be like the you know, how do you say? What's the word?
The bad influence?
The bad influence.
You're like, this is what I do.
Yeah. Like,
I'm really tripping right now.
Yes. Like, oh, you want to drink? You want to smoke?
It's some balance. You're like, come here.
You want some mushrooms? You want to go?
Got these shrooms.
You want to go? Hop in. Get in, loser. We're going shrooming. We're tripping. We're doing acid.
It's a Mean Girls reference if anybody doesn't know where he's giving
Get in, loser. We're doing acid today.
What do you do for fun?
What
don't you do for fun? He's like, wait a minute.
I be having so much fun. I watch movies. I go out to parties.
Okay.
I go out to eat. Me and my friends throw like little dinner vibes and be cooking and
do you
having
cook?
like, yeah, I'm getting my cooking in. I need to go grocery shopping right now. I'm working on my spaghetti.
Okay.
And my pasta. I just seen a recipe for linguine and clams today that I want to try out. And I'm really trying to get my Italian.
Okay. I make some bomb-ass shrimp scampi, so if you ever want to dab into that, I will help you out. I'm a great cook. A lot of good Mexican dishes.
Who's that? Anthony Bourdain?
Bourdain?
Yeah,
the
nigga that died? Yeah.
Can't stand you.
He got that Kitchen Confidentials. That shit hard. I'm reading that right now.
All of his stuff is amazing. Like, just even watching him and
he's a legend.
Parts Unknown, like, it's crazy. It's just, I like how humble he is, and he can go into, like, the tiniest places that you've never heard of. And honestly, like, he is really nice, because some of the things that he eats, I'd be, like, spitting it right back out, because it looks crazy, and I don't know. But you learn a lot through watching his show. So,
I ain't watched the show. I just started reading the book. But the stories is tight. He seemed like a cool nigga.
Nice. I'm gonna have to read the book. I haven't read anything. I do have a gift for you.
Oh, Gucci?
It's for yeah, of course.
Gucci.
It's that Gucci. I got it from the Santee Alleys.
Oh.
It's just a bag.
This ain't Gucci. This Henny.
I know.
Ooh, I got so much Henny now. Are we drinking?
Yeah. I was supposed to have you open it earlier.
Ooh,
I got a chaser because I don't drink it straight like you do. I can't do that. Sorry, I meant to have you open this sooner.
No, you good.
But I was like, you know what? Look, my thirsty ass. Open your gift. I need it. I'm parched.
I got so much Henny at my house right now. They sent me 4 cases. I had like 49 bottles.
Okay, so after you leave, send me a case.
Okay, cool.
How about that? We're like the gift that keeps on giving and re-giving. I need me a little chaser. Let's take it back to working with...
More than that, you good?
No, I'm good like that. Thank you. Let's take it back to working with Pharrell. The beginnings. Mm-hmm. How was that for you? Like, did he reach out? Did somebody reach out?
I met him through Scott Benner.
Salud.
Yes, salud. Mm-hmm. Eye contact. Pinky. Mm-hmm.
The Henny.
Yes.
I love Hennessy.
So, yeah, I was introduced to Pharrell with Scott Benner. Played him some songs. He was fucking with it. We flew me to Miami. Me and my mom was out there. I was working with him. He was working with me and a bunch of other cool people. Mac Miller, Miley Cyrus, Robin Thicke.
You worked with Robin,
Usher. Yeah.
Miley.
I started,
You're like, hold up, connection.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, fuck with me. Like, it's good. Listen to this. Bro, sing on this. Like,
Yeah.
It was cool. And then just made a bunch of music. I met Snoop Dogg, started hanging out with Snoop. And I just had the opportunity to just sit in a bunch of cool sessions and see the process of just like making hits, making albums, and like rollout plans, and it was really just like the best, coolest artist development
I could only imagine what that was like. What's some of like the best advice that Pharrell or even the Neptunes gave to you?
They always just tell me to be myself, wholeheartedly, unapologetically, just do my thing. Don't let nobody deter me from who I am and stuff like that.
I like that. I can see that you've taken that advice because something that I've always seen about you that I feel like you're a very genuine person, and I hope you never lose sight of that. It seems like you're buddy, like you don't care, like you're just yourself. And I feel like a lot of artists sometimes can get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Like it's like never forget where you come from. It's beautiful that you did pay homage to your hometown, naming the album after where you grew up. Like that's super important. How was that linking up with Snoop? You said that you also met him. I know you've worked with him. He's also on the album.
When I met him, Pharrell tried to be all cool, like, oh, the homie here, the big homie here. I'm
like, hold up.
Okay, I'm listening. It's like they cut the beat off, and you kind of hear him coming through. It smell like weed. I'm like, I'm trying to smoke. My mama there. I'm younger. I'm like, damn it. Like, who is this? Snoop Dogg walking in, cloud of smoke, just like you imagine him walking in the room. And I was smoking kush, nigga. He started smoking. I'm trying to keep it from my mama. I'm like, no, mama, we ain't smoking. I done hit the blunt. My mama ended up hitting the blunt.
She did?
My mama and Snoop got the same birthday, so she started talking to Snoop.
You have to.
Smoking the blunt. I'm like, what? She's still trying to press me. I'm like 17, 18 at the time. She like, I'm like,
You're like, how you gonna try to tell me something? You're over here doing it. Like, lead by example, mother.
She just didn't want to see it, so I duck out.
Another person that I love seeing you with is Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah.
What's up with the homie Nipsey?
Nipsey tight. He got his album out. He's moving around the world.
You're on that album.
Yeah, that shit tight.
He made a cameo in Shine. How did you guys first meet though?
We met through Mike and Keys. Mike and Keys had a studio with him on Magnolia, and that's where I did all that music for the Magnolia EP. And we was all just working together every day. It was just, smoking weed, buying weed, looking for places to eat, like beats, making songs, We built out the studio. It was like 2 studios. Then we made the big ass booth, like a smaller studio with a smaller booth, and just revamped everything. And then it was something the owner of the building found out that it was rappers in there smoking, and took the whole thing away from us after we built it out.
What?
It was really discouraging. We had to
bring it all down.
Yeah, and then do some whole other stuff, and that's when he started really making the music for Victory Lap.
Hey.
and I was just hanging out there for the whole process, you know, just boys.
That's a unique experience to be a part of. Did he offer any advice? I'm pretty sure he has. Like, what does Nipsey is a real one, man.
He watched the craziest documentaries. He done gave me
smart.
hella books. Like, Nipsey is like, what book did he give me? What book did he give me? I stole the book. I forgot. I'd be high. But
wait, you stole the book or did he give it to you?
He gave it to me and told me to give it back, and I never finished reading it.
You're just borrowing it then.
So
it's kind of like one of those library books.
I'm gonna give it back, Nipsey.
We're going to find it. Tell me about coming from Compton as a rapper, singer. Is there pressure, being that there's so many greats that come out of Compton? Is there any added pressure to that?
Nah. I mean, I guess it might seem like it is, but for me personally, I don't really pay attention to the pressure or anything. Like, I'm just trying to make music I like and songs that I want to hear.
Do you feel that people try to, like, box in rappers in general?
Yeah, but I just let people do their thing and I do mine. I don't really tripping on what people be saying.
What are you currently listening to?
03 Greedo.
Okay.
Fat Man Key. Future. You know Future rap name used to be Meathead?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how that started.
He was on the Dungeon Family, and his rap name was Meathead.
He's come a long way, yeah? How did you get the name Buddy?
My sister gave me that name. We was like super young, probably like 2, 3, 4, trying to learn how to talk. She was trying to say brother. It turned into Buddy over time and stuck. Everybody at my church calls me Buddy. My parents, family, closest friends at school.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's always been Buddy. I like that. Cheers to Buddy. Salute. What do you hope that people got from this album?
I really hope everybody got a big smile and some cool vibes, you know what I'm saying? I want people to hear my music and smile, start smiling, turn it up. I want it to feel like a hug, you know what I'm saying? I want people to leave with a big old warm hug, fuzzy feeling inside after listening to that album, like a shoulder to cry on, a high five, a handshake, all cool stuff like that. Hey, how's it going? It's me, Buddy, and this is Real Talk with Ayyde right here. Go get my album, Harlan Alondra, out now, and always remember, respect women.